everyone. I hope everyone's doing okay. You had a good sleep. Yesterday was very volatile. I'll show you the S&P chart. It's quite bullish on the pitchfork. However, it may be worth noting is this weekly open level here. This is where we opened. So below, we probably go a little bit of a bearish bias. Monthly pivots up there, right? Your ADR low is down here, which considering what we had yesterday, it's quite achievable. The daily range high is up there, but I think this level is going to be quite key. The monthly, quarterly, yearly open. So this is where we opened 2022, sideways and then big dump, right? So keep an eye on this weekly open level. What I want to do today is a bit different, and what we're going to do, we're going to go through the stop loss clusters that got triggered. So it's a good demonstration to pay attention to the SLCs. So gold had a SLC at 1800. You would have seen it in the signals channel. So obviously it did trigger, got that liquidity, and you see how we we teetered on it. We had like a fairly bullish candle, and then we came down to test the SLC again, and now we're above monthly pivot. The SLC above is 1810, so that's new. It became very close to getting that. So that's an example of the SLC being triggered. AJ, it's a little bit different today. We're just having a look at the current SLCs and yesterday's SLCs. So this was yesterday's liquidity taken. So yesterday's was 82.60. So he came down and got those stops. You can see those blue lines, and so we came down to those stops. Right, so that was a good demo. The current SLCs are here, 83.06 and 82.25. Do AU. AU's SLC 72 and 716. So let's have a look at that. Did we grab the 72? Oh, we came very close. Yeah, we came very close. No, we're talking about yesterday, aren't we? Yeah, so we did trigger it. There we go. Oh, 72 was the one above. That was yesterday, correct? Yeah, that was yesterday. Look at that work, right? So that's yesterday's SLC. You can see the one above is 72.10 and 71.45. So that was a good example of the liquidity being probed. Let's have a look at EA. And I think these were safe because they're very far apart. I think that's what they weren't triggered because their stop loss clusters are very, very wide. So currently, the very big distance between 16210 and 14845. EU. I guess it could be quite a quick video today. Just really want to go on about the stop loss clusters and how they can be used for targets. 113.95. Did we trigger 113.95? Remember, this is yesterday's stop loss clusters. Okay. 113.95. So that was fine. Yeah, that's fine. 112.84. 112.84 is one below. Wow. Oh wow, that came close. Yeah, so I think that could have stopped quite a few people out because of the spread. So that was yesterday's stop loss cluster there, right? So had your spread widened, you would have got stopped out there. Probably it did take a lot of people out. So that was yesterday's stop loss cluster. So that's interesting. The current ones are oh come on, 113.95. So that was yesterday's and it's still safe. You see how it's quite dormant and it's old as well. So that could be a probe. That could be probed, but potentially. When the new one below is at ADR low at 112.80. We'll look at GU. GU 1361. 1361. No, we didn't trigger it yesterday. That was safe. 13565. Did we trigger it? 13565. Let's have a look. 13565. This is yesterday. Yeah, that happened at 3 o'clock. So that got triggered. The one below, liquidity. We came below a lot, and then we rallied. So it took those guys stops, and now we're back above. But that was yesterday's SLC below, and that's 1.26 in size. NU. This is quite good because then we can see if you know that those stops getting hunted, and it proves the power of these indicators as well. 80, 68.55. Let's have a look. 68.55. So that's fine. Yeah, that wasn't probed. Their stops are so wide, they were okay. That's yesterday's stop loss cluster. That's today's 68. The one below NU 67.30. Let's grab that. This is the stop loss cluster line 87.30. That was safe as well. Yeah. Right. EJ 13145. I think that could have been safe. Where are we? 13145. Yeah, that's safe. Their stops are wide enough to circumvent getting stopped out. They came quite close. And the one below is 13109, and that did get triggered. 131. Yeah, okay. So their stop loss cluster placements are very different. Yeah, so that's yesterday's stop loss cluster. So they were quite, their stop loss clusters were quite tight, but the one below got probed. And it's a good job they probably did get stopped out, because look at that. So that was probably a good move from the retail guys. But it's a good demonstration of that liquidity getting hunted, and it wasn't satisfied and it carried on, right? So that was yesterday's stop loss cluster. So it got taken. Pound yen. You can see their stop loss clusters there anyway, and you can get the indicator suite from FX SSI and use the quasi DB code. Pound yen 15803. Oh, that's safe. That's safe. We don't have to worry about the one above. 15670. Well, obviously it got taken, didn't it? There. There. Okay, so that's the stop loss cluster. Got taken. So they got stopped out. It came back up just to tease them, and they were back below. So they did a good thing, I think, by getting stopped out there. We are a buy at the high level, but we could be a little bit, a bit skewed, which is a little bit what's happened to the dollar yen. We got a bit skewed. So the dollar yen next. Where were the stop loss clusters? 116.10. Where are we? Right, 116.10. That was safe. Yeah, that one was safe above. 115.5. That got probed. There's yesterday's stop loss cluster. So we don't really need the orange line. We can see this to see the blue lines and how they, got probed. They got stopped out, and it fell. So it was good that they did get out at that level. But how you can use it for a target, because if you've got a bearish bias, you simply target that liquidity. Where they get stopped out, that's where you target. All right, so you can think of it like a magnet, but it did really fall through. And so that's that. The current SLCs for UJ is 115.40 and 114.90. Remember MR1, strong resistance, monthly resistance. Dollar CAD, and we have a look at the stop loss clusters. 1266, 12605. So the stop loss clusters were quite close. 1266. 66. So yeah, that got taken. Yeah, there. So yeah, we came down, took the one above, which was around about there, and the one below 12605. Did that get probed as well? No, they were safe. That came quite close to the one below. So the one above got taken. So we got a good hit rate. Dollar Swiss. and I imagine the one above got taken because this was going pretty crazy yesterday. It was quite bullish. One above was 92.50. Yeah, so we definitely got. Yesterday, did we take it? That's the question. 10. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we definitely did. 92.50. So, yeah, we did. Let me just check that time. Yesterday at 3 o'clock. So yeah, lots of big moves at 3 o'clock server time. So we haven't got that liquidity. The one below it was 91.70. So did that one get probed as well? So it's quite cruel when it gets both stop loss clusters. 91.70. No, they were okay. Yeah, 91.70 there. So gold. I think we did. Did we do gold? I can't remember. Well, yeah, we did start with gold. I think I can't remember. My memory's gone now. But the SSC is 1810. The one above now, and the one below is 1780. Keep an eye on this volume node. It's 1805. It could be potentially a good time to exit if we go below that, because obviously there's lots of activity at that point where they might be looking to short at that level. Currently, there are lots of buyers stepped in, as you can see. So it's a good demonstration of the stop loss clusters. Remember, you can go to this website, and you can use the QuasiDB code, and then you get a huge discount. And what's really cool is once you've subscribed and you've got pro access, you just go to the MT4 downloads, and then you get the sentiment indicators, stop loss clusters, and you can see where you want to target. You know, you can see where they're going to have to bail on their bad positions, and then you target, you know, their stop losses. So it's quite cruel, but it's effective, as we showed on this demonstration. A lot of the liquidity got probed yesterday, and it's a daily occurrence. It happens every single day forever. These guys will get stopped out, and so if we know where they're going to get stopped out, they can be good targets. So 1810 for gold, right? Will they move their stops higher? You know, time will tell. The ADR high is up here, so I'd imagine that would be a decent resistance at 1818. So hopefully it's a good video. Remember to get a copy of the FX SSI indicators. They are absolutely amazing. Yeah, and what I'll probably do is add this URL to the video. And have a good day, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.